let's go ahead and look at your jobs for today. So it is the week of the 22nd through the 26th, and today is Thursday, March 25th. Let's go ahead, let's look at our jobs. So you can see we have cohort A, B, and C. You all have the same jobs for today. But really quickly, let's look over at our Zoom meetings. We have first Spanish Zoom, then PE Zoom. Cohort A, excuse me, sorry. You have Spanish Zoom at 10:10, PE Zoom at 10:45, and then you'll have our daily Zoom at 12:30 with office hours starting at 1:30. Cohort B, you have office hours available to you at 1:30 as well. And then finally, cohort C, you have your daily Zoom at 12:30 as well as office hours at 1:30. Now let's go ahead and look at our jobs really quickly. First things first, we have figurative language. With figurative language, we are going to be talking about idioms today. And idioms are really phrases that are kind of a little silly phrases, but they're really, they have different meanings than what you would think they have based off of what they say. So, for example, it is raining cats and dogs. We know it is literally not raining cats and dogs outside. What that means is it's just raining very, very hard. And so we're going to use that information to help us as we go through and answer the questions on slide number 1. Then on slide number 2, your job is to match the meaning of the idiom with the appropriate idiom. So, for example, you need to go to bed. It is time for you to hit the sack. That is an idiom, right? When we say it's time for you to hit the sack, you're not really going to hit a random sack, right? It means it's time for you to go to bed. All right, so you're going to go ahead and do your best to match the other 4 on this slide. Then you have your morning journal prompt. It is Thursday, so it means it's My Thoughts Thursday. Today you're going to be sharing your thoughts about breakfast versus dinner. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. I personally am a huge fan of breakfast food, so I'm curious to see who else might be a bigger fan of breakfast food compared to dinner. Then you're going to see you have sentence frames and starters over on the right as needed. Again, you do not have to use these, but they are available if you'd like. For math today, you are going to continue fractions greater than 1. The activities are going to be pretty similar to what you did yesterday, just with different numbers. So you're going to go ahead, you are going to go through. You are going to first click and drag the fractions to the appropriate spot on the number line. Remember, you are not going to use all of these. There's only 4 spots available, so keep that in mind. On slide number 3, you are going to label the points A, B, and C. This time they are in a different order, so keep that in mind when you are going through. A is not going to be the first number on the number line. It's actually going to be the last on these 2 number lines, so keep that in mind as well. Finally, on slide number 4, you are going to sort the fractions into the correct groups. So equal to 1 whole, equal to 2 wholes. Remember, if it's equal to 1 whole, the denominator and numerator will be the exact same. All right, after you've completed fractions, language arts, we have our elements of poetry quick check. It is going to be part 2 of your job from yesterday, so you're just going to continue through. You're going to read the poems and you're going to answer some questions about the poems. There are only 2 sections for today. Then you have your spelling job, suffixes with words ending in Y. You're going to scroll down. And on slide number 2, you are going to see your job, and for your job today, you are going to be circling the correct spellings. So some of these words are not spelled correctly, and so your job is to determine which ones are spelled correctly and which ones are not spelled correctly. So you're going to go through, and you are going to circle the appropriate spellings of each of these words. Oh, excuse me. All right, and then continuing on, we have our iReady reading. 30 minutes of that. You're just going to click on it. It will take you straight to Clever, and you will log in and get on to iReady. Then you will have your SS grin. I want you to be very paying close attention to what it says on the parentheses. Combined total of 60 minutes between Thursday and Friday. So that means between today and tomorrow, you need to play a total of 60 minutes. So, for example, today maybe you play 30 minutes and tomorrow you play 30 minutes. Or today you play 40 minutes, tomorrow you play 20 minutes. You just need to do a total of 60 minutes by the end of tomorrow. So you're going to click on the link and it will take you to the assignment and then you will click the link. It should automatically already sign you in. If I click on it, it should also pop up as well. And then you just go ahead and log in. If it does not allow you to log in automatically, please just leave me a nice class comment and understand that I am going to be teaching this morning in person, so I'm not going to be able to respond right away. But I will respond as soon as I see your comment, okay? So make sure you keep that in mind. You're going to have your place value review. This is going to be a part 2. It's going to ask you different questions and you're going to go through. Remember, this is a view only job because you guys only need to be able to click on the things that it asks you to do, okay? So you click on the balloon, you can see it tells you the next slide to go to, boom, and you start playing, okay? After you've done your review, that should be it for your day. Again, please remember all the Zoom meetings you have, double check so you guys are ready to go. And that's going to be it for your day today. All right, D1, if you have questions, please come to office hours or leave me a message. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, D1.